Katie from Integration Learning here. Remember to subscribe to my channel, or just like a video if you've got commitment issues. Speaking of commitment issues, how many of us out there are struggling to commit to an exercise routine? I get it. Finding the right workout can be quite the sludgy trudge. Now, I'm not here to tell you which exercise works best for your body type or schedule, what kind of diet you should be on, or anything like that. I'll leave that to the nutrition and exercise professionals. I'm an education professional, so what I'm here to talk about are the benefits of body movement when it comes to executive functioning, and conversely, how not moving one's body enough actually makes us significantly more susceptible to executive functioning struggles. In his book, How the Special Needs Brain Works, education expert Dr. David Souza states that, quote, loss of sleep because of nighttime interactions with digital devices, lack of exercise because of too much indoor living, and addiction to electronic games are just some of the factors that could stimulate ADHD-like behaviors, unquote. I know, some of you already are zoning out with your eyes glazing over at the mention of the word exercise. While exercise comes naturally to some, others can find that it's a struggle to achieve a doable workout routine. Again, I don't want to turn anyone off by talking about body weight, or waist size, or muscle girth, or BMI, or gains, or losses, or anything else that frames exercise as a sort of hamster wheel of physical perfection that we all need to exhaust ourselves running on forever. Executive functioning isn't concerned with how you look, and neither am I. Now here's the best part. All you need to do to improve your executive functioning is to move your body. That's it. No special recommendations on how you should move your body, the extent to which you should exert yourself, whom you should work out with. Nope, none of that. Just move your body. And hopefully, move your body for an aggregated amount of time each day where you can get out all that energy huddled up or bursting out of you. How you do it, how many times a day you do it, how hard you go, what you do, that's all up to you. What I will say to consider is your personality type, your desired activity level, your access to certain types of workouts or equipment, and your energy level. For example, if you fidget constantly or you're regularly distracted while studying because your body needs to move, you're probably in need of more exercise than you're currently getting. Likewise, if you're more of a Hufflepuffy, snuggly comfort fan, maybe a lighter routine works best for you. Either one is okay. So here are some categories you might fall under and workouts that might help if you do. First, if you're like me, maybe you prefer a solitary workout. Team sports give me anxiety, and I loathe the idea of competing physically with peers. So I tend toward exercise that only requires my attendance and no one else's. When I'm full of energy to burn, this might take the form of running, lap swimming, or roller skating. When my energy level is pretty typical to what it usually is, I go for a walk, go for a hike, have a light bike ride around my neighborhood, something like that. If I don't feel like being outside, I'll just put on some music and dance around my bedroom or living room. I even have a step aerobics set up for days I want to follow a step video on YouTube. Sometimes I'll get a decent workout doing a deep clean of my apartment, killing two birds with one stone, as it were. If I want to focus on strength, I'll use free weights or an ab roller or a medicine ball that I have lying around at home. I'll follow a yoga video, or I'll even simply spend some time stretching. I notice that exercise sharpens my focus by helping me shed excess energy. I also make a note to drink plenty of water and avoid consuming too many calories at once so that I don't succumb to a crash after working out. Also, I try to maintain a decent form so that I don't injure myself. But I steer clear of trying to become too much like a pro at anything. I like to exercise for fun. For me, and maybe for you as well, once an activity becomes too much of a task and not something I can play at, I lose my enjoyment of it. If you enjoy being around other people while you work out, maybe team sports are your obvious go-to. From baseball to basketball, volleyball, hockey, lacrosse, softball, water polo, cheerleading, color guard, to so many others that I haven't listed here. If, like Cher from Clueless, you don't want a bunch of balls flying around in your face, or was that Dion? There's wrestling, taking a dance class such as Zumba, going to the gym with friends, SoulCycle, taking an in-person yoga class, and a variety of other activities. Or maybe traditional athletics aren't your thing. Have you ever considered performing arts? You can move your body just as easily doing improv, dancing ballet, playing in a punk band, acting in a theatrical production, or building sets. You don't have to be a jock to move around. Parallel to performing arts are martial arts. Maybe karate, grappling, or Muay Thai is something more up your alley. You'll also want to take into account your finances and your access to the type of workouts you want to do. Some of the ones I've mentioned cost significantly more than others. So keep your budget in mind. I've always been a big walker, not least of all because it's free. If you're under 18, you'll also want to check with parents about the safety and accessibility of the activities you're able to do. Obviously, don't walk alone at night or in unsafe neighborhoods. Don't travel to workout locations that are unfamiliar or that require a large chunk of time you don't have to get there. The point is to help you focus and de-stress, not to injure you, overload you, or put you in harm's way, because none of those last things I mentioned will help with executive functioning. I hope these suggestions help. Keep in mind that there are so many other types of exercise and movement that I haven't even mentioned here. You may consider doing a little research to see if something else works best for you. But the key is to improve that executive functioning. Please check out my webpage at www.integrationeducation.com, or again, like and subscribe to my YouTube page. And as always, please be kind to yourselves.